Yeah, good point. You bring out Mano actually on the support and not Janus here. But the NYXL can set up on the point pretty comfortably, and the Mayhem only have one opportunity to come back and try and keep this going. They're going to group up, and now they're going to try and come forward. Savio took a little bit of damage, but he's easily able to get the extra damage across the line on Swoosh. Janus the only player to fall so far on the NYXL, and Savio is looking confident, comfortable, and really under no scrutiny whatsoever. A very easy take here for NYXL, all of the back.
It'll be the nano boost onto Manatin, and maybe just obviously the damage effects, but just that the sustainability to stay alive a little bit longer.
Damage mitigation, the name of the game, if you're going to give a D.Va that nano boost there. But Pine has pole position right now. Tactical Visor claims him 1 kill. Gets Vic very low. He tries to pick him off from a distance, but Pine, it's a couple taps, and he'll have the job done. Pretty comfortable stuff here for the NYXL, and that's the first tick already. Jonak deals with Everso before he can even get out of the spawn, and that should be it. NYXL lock it down. 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Fairly straightforward approach from them. So the Mayhem are trying to start a fight and allows Zupa to slip in undetected.
Which he does. He does get through that gate because all these players have to turn for NYXL, and it's the Florida Mayhem coming out on top early in this fight. They're able to get a few picks. The Nick dashes right on top, goes through Meko. Maybe they're going to be able to take this first point. It's a lot of players dead here for New York. Florida should be pretty good on point A.
So funny, the primary reason the Florida Mayhem engaged that fight, where Tavicki's looking right now, is so they could get Zupe in, so he wouldn't get burst down as he tried to approach. Well, that's living on the edge there. And now the May coming out.
Yeah, whenever May comes out on the defensive side, you know it's not going well. It's a self-destruct that comes in from Manatil to get right back in his mech. As NY trying to get back, challenge the point. That's going to be the second tick there for the Florida Mayhem. As things are looking great for them, Mitch.
Real close.
Very close to taking point B.
Yeah, Pine needs to drop into the point, so does Mano. They are there. Of course, Biotic all being used. They've got the Moira in the picture now just to get that extra burst in, but it probably won't be enough at this stage. Mano booped into next Tuesday. Savio trying to burst down Manatin. He still has his mech for the time being, but he gets knocked out of it. Zebaside's very close to a sound barrier here. It's one of those fights. I love the cast. It's going to go forever at this rate. Sound barrier in now. Florida looking good. Everyone benefits from it except from Zupe. It's going to be Meko getting D-Mech yet again, and now the Dragon Blade, the second one of this fight. That'll get the job done. And the Mayhem astutely identify
Try and speed boost and go through that choke, but when they saw the players from Florida setting up around that left-hand corner, they kind of knew something was up. As you see Pine just finishing this off with a few headshots. They knew that Zupe was hiding in that right-hand side, was going to try and hit maybe a sleep dart or one of the tanks going through, or connect one of those big biotic grenades, and everyone was going to collapse. They did a great job of putting the Winston bubble down, and also using that D.Va defense matrix to negate anything he would have gotten out of that.
gets in deep, Matt, forces the use of that important Zenyatta ultimate.
It's what you want out of your Winston player. The only bad part is a lot of other members are falling here for the Florida Mayhem. They're going to use that nano boost on the Swoosh, just trying to get him into position. He will fall as well. Now Taimou stuck in a rough spot here. He drops as well.
I think that's going to be it. The Mayhem extend deeply. They get aggressive on their defense just to try and bully the Excelsior out of their base. Transcendence now being thrown to the point as the Zenyatta returns, and Zebasai just trying to maintain some kind of presence. Now he pops out of Transcendence, he goes low. Madison falls again to Janus, who gets the nano boost now. Transitioning this into the Primal Rage is going to make him very, very hard to remove from the point. Ah, yeah, that's tough. Zupe comes in on the Lucio. Janus right in his face immediately now. Self-destruct here by Mano, and that'll get the job done. Back and forth, and in all honesty, they've got themselves 2 ticks, and Logix is looking just to charge up another pulse pop. 2 big tanks, big bodies, that's exactly what he's looking for now. Getting damage, adding it to the stack, but that's the self-destruct to claim Logix. Somehow he was caught there by the fallout, but still, the Mayhem are holding strong. Savio dashes back on towards the point here, there's a pulse pop in the mix there somewhere. We'd love to charge one up for the next fight, because I think this one is pretty much done. Zebasai has a sound barrier, won't be forced to use it. And with 2 minutes and 12 still being touched right now, he can give a lot of healing across with the cold essence now being thrown in the mix. Janus is trying to double back, but he's been taken down. Logix finds himself too. One more tick and that'll be job done. It's going to be a close one, Matt. Meko on the point. It's just him. Mano's just taking a breather on his own. He's been zoned out by Logix for the most part of that fight. D-suit here for Meko. Self-destruct. Mayhem trying to close down the point. They've got it! 4 apiece! And the time banks are very close. That's a good opening here. The Mayhem, they have the cold essence, but it's not quite as potent in terms of the healing. Zebasai's down, both supports are missing. Meko gets D-suited and Savio goes for the post-bomb. It was up on the shield, but it catches Swoosh regardless. Manatin now into Vic, the last 2 left for the Florida Mayhem, and it's probably not going to be enough at this stage. Manatin wants to take a breather, but he won't have the opportunity. Vic gets burst down immediately. That's the Primal Rage. Celebratory Roar coming out here. And the Mayhem will drop this one to the NYXL. To stop a Riptire. Zebasai just found that out the hard way.
And then they use their Earth Shatter. Swoosh knocks down 3. They use the Coalescence to just heal it right back up. Get one. The Tire comes through. You're going to get Manitin as well. Graviton Surge comes out too, and
not a great look.
Get anything, yeah.
Sabioba doesn't really connect with that one. Fortunately, it may not matter. The Riptide coming soon needs to be big, but he needs to get away from the scrutiny that he's facing from these enemy tanks, and he's not going to have a chance. Sabioba gunned him down where he stood. His Episode drop as well. Overtime should be done before anyone gets remotely close. At least the Mayhem made a round of it, because they were in dire straits very early on. The defensive ultimate's being used here by the NYXL, but Vic keeps himself scarce. We'll probably head back for the health pack and try to return with a tactical visor. Maybe it might not be needed though. Libero low, Mino looking worse for wear off from that left-hand side, and Logix picks him up. This is big for the Mayhem. A chance here to make this one apiece now, and they've done it! That's a huge turnaround. Really well.
Really able to get a great push there to try and force out the Transcendence. They lose Janus at the beginning. May not hurt him as bad though, because Seagull takes out Zippe playing that Moira.
Really nice from Seagull. He got his way into the back line, undetected. And have enough to finish off Tvik in just a moment here. There's not much chance of him staying alive any longer. Tvik was hoping to bait some aggression from New York towards him, so that the rest of Florida, who was still sat.
This could be a devastating rocket barrage though over the top.
Yeah, Florida, I don't think they know what's about to happen. It's gonna drop down on them. Oh, that's gross. It's 2 for Libero to pick up Zippe and Tvik, but Mino goes down by Logix. He has control of the point. Libero almost gets one clipped. He actually gets out with the rocket pack before he gets dropped down, but it's Florida in control. It's overtime. The buck now stops with the York Excelsior to get onto this point and to turn things around, but Libero's already used the barrage. Got 2 kills. Somehow that wasn't enough though. Logix hits away with Pulse Bomb, doesn't connect with its target, and now he's low on HP. Forces that recall. He needs to fight a target quickly, and he does. The Coalescence is well timed from Zippe, providing them the healing they need. Some damage over the top, and Tvik goes in with a tactical visor now. It's going to be at least the defense matrix for now. Meko somehow still alive. He got the Transcendence. No, he's knocked out of the mech. Zippe makes sure of that. Overtime still. Tvik sitting in the background. Bionic Orb. You better believe it. Oh, the Mayhem fought for that one real hard. And they even...
Sound barrier that comes in from the Mayhem. Here's going to be the one from NYXL. Expect this Dragon Blade probably right after.
All right, Libero waiting for his chance, and he's got it now. This is one slash to deal with Episode. Tvik all on his own up on high. Reflect was there. Tvik trying to get away with that one. Maybe a quick dropped trap, but it wasn't enough to prolong his lifespan whatsoever. The NYXL dig deep for the ultimates, but they pay off, and that's the first point. They're on the road. Knowing that song, everyone knows ACDC. Anyway,
that's okay.
Janus drops in. Jonak actually looking a little bit low in those backline. Oh no, he's caught. His Transcendence. I mean, it's not going to stop his ultimate at the very least, but it doesn't really give him the option to elect where to provide that healing, regardless. He's found it. Sabiobi gets the T-suit on Manitin. And Sevisai is going to go down here. So this should be York continuing to advance. Now, it's pretty clean fight. Dissuading him from being able to get these easy targets. However, Swoosh fell in the process again. A lot of ultimates being driven into this fight. Libero gets little done, but Sabiobi instead finds himself a couple kills in the D-suit. Tvik there got caught out. Oh, Libero now on the cleanup crew. So far, Jonak with his own Transcendence, but Meko's not here. Mano also missing. Riptide finding its mark now. Primal Rage. Everything is being committed to this fight by the NYXL. Again, his last chance saloon for these guys, and Sevisai falls. He didn't have an ultimate. Tvik responds with his own concussive mind. Janus is down. Dash in by Meko. Trying to protect Libero. Defense Matrix out in front of the Cyber Soldier, and it's worked out. Tvik's half HP now. Sabi will be working around the side. Logix is down. Here we go. Here we go. Quite get away. He took a lot of damage from the landing of Swoosh there. It's a 1-for-1 trade thus far, but Tvik gives up his life in order to take down Mano. Now on the point, Janus is looking worse for wear himself. Meko with a Harmony Orb, but it's not enough to keep him alive, and Manitin gets D-suited, but it's sheer weight of numbers here for the NYXL, pressuring forward, bearing down at a rate of knots, and Jonak there. What a great time to have a Transcendence in this fight. The rest of the NYXL can again reconvene around that healing aura and work their way back in, but the Doomfist is returned. Jonak gets taken apart in midair, dismantled. Fade now used by Zippe on that Moira to stay safe on the point, but a tactical visor is going to make it hard for them to stick around. Manitin doesn't get there in time. Every last ounce. Sabiobi's low. Meko is as well. NYXL have taken so much poke damage early on, and the big burly bodies of the Florida Mayhem just make that even harder to come back from now. Manitin just popping off. That'll be another one for him. The hook connects, but Tvik had already found Jonak. Promising signs early here for the Mayhem.
Well, it's a shame we have to see Manitin play so much D.Va, right? This time it'll be Logix playing D.Va because he is such a fantastic Roadhog player. Really one of his best heroes. You see it come through there.
All right, let's see that. So, yeah, Janus gets knocked down. Mano goes in with that sound barrier, and look at that placement there with a self-destruct. When you're the backline, he's not getting out. There's no chance. Deadeye for Logic's here. What can you find with this one? Again, a good use against the Transcendence. You can't survive Deadeye, even if you're getting healed up. Jonak's way out of position. No way he's surviving that one. Libero saving this one for a rainy day, but it might be time. No, Twix sees it coming. Concussive by the throat. Riptide destroyed. Mano now going to be getting desuited. Meko, should I say. And now NYXL, it's a full-scale rout. They've been pushed back into their own base. And they're hard-fought milestones, man. More than happy just to bide his time. Tvik removes it, but still, bought valuable seconds. This is going to put Florida Mayhem into the red zone as they try and finish the map. And now, back in this up with a sound barrier might make it impossible for Florida to get themselves an overtime to speak of. This could be the map over right here. Seagull is chasingly, doggedly pursuing Zebasai, and eventually finds his mark. Overtime, it's almost done. No one's gonna get there. Tvik trying his best synchronized diving routine, but he's cut painfully short of his objective. I mean, they're almost at the checkpoint, by the way. This is not going to be pretty at all, Matt. Manaton's the only player really over on the point right now, and Seagull charges in. Swoosh jumps down, but it's just one at a time stuff. Not how you want to really play at this stage.
You know how difficult it is, like with the headshot box on Anna, like connecting with those flying. She's a really hard hero to hit. You see from Pine's POV. I mean, look, it spawns where somebody gets that spawn for point A, and then somebody gets this next spawn behind that hangar door. You get split yet again. Things have just not looked good for Florida here. But you see a lot of these battles, right, Mitch? They're just like one-on-one there. Seagull V connects to Zebo, so just runs right into him. But you never see everybody on Florida all
damage. Seagull now can get around behind. Who does he want? Zebasai's already been dealt with. Swoosh isn't far away from getting taken down. And the Transcendence here should just make things easier.
And Pine is up on that bridge, just able to just rain down shots. Nobody on the Mayhem can deal with him right now.
I think that's it, Matt. I don't think there's any chance of coming back into this one. That Pine will be able to sort of break that, get his Widowmaker into the game, but so far it's not been great. Jonak going down. Swoosh has found two, both supports. That's a huge contribution from the Winston player here for the Florida Mayhem, who I must say has been incredibly well improved over recent times. Pine was dead before Tvik could even get to him because Logic is popping off in the server room. And just this grappling hook here, we'll see if that's the plan. Again, cheeky shots, he's just chip damage for the most part here. Trying to cut the Mayhem down to size. 2-for-1 trade is a good result. Tvik went deep for Meko, with Swoosh tried to follow him up, but both Tvik and Swoosh were caught by a self-destruct. That's big.
Anything.
It's go time. There's no choice, man. He has to go in with that one. Transcendence there as well. Stymies the impact of the Dragon Blade. And the sound barrier doesn't really do a whole lot for the Florida Mayhem. After it expires, they've lost Manaton now. Pine down. Self-destruct from Manaton was able to pick him up pretty comfortably now. And Logix has a pulse bomb, perhaps with one of the New York players' name on it. Meko looking like he wants it. Oh, the fadeaways have been so good from Logix so far today. Again, a lazy throw over the right-hand shoulder to clean up the target. Meko falls as soon as he's ejected for the mech. This is the last chance for the Florida Mayhem, and it looks like it's paid off for them now. Again, trying to force Pine away from the payload, but the reinforcements back. The cavalry, as it were, is on the way. Pine's still on the payload. He's still alive. Mano there as well, trying to keep everyone healed up, and Meko's going to drop down. This is the perfect scenario for the New York Excelsior. They spawn closer. They get to the point faster. Desperately, Zupe fades over the top of the payload to try and have some presence and stay alive at the same time. But Tvik now dashing in, had to use a swift strike just to close the gap, and it won't be enough. The New York Excelsior managed to stave off a hungry Florida Mayhem to take the series 3